Dude, I keep getting the same vibe all the time. All these people who are like stuck in place, running in circles, they keep spinning that same wheel again and again. A lot of people seem to be answer hungry, but they don't want to do anything to get the answers, Like they do have the questions, of course. They do have all this curiosity and stuff, but I don't know, like part of it is not really to satisfy any genuine hunger. I think it's more like a craving, right? So they crave these details. They keep asking you how much, how many, for how long, and they keep anticipating so much to things that haven't even happened yet. They don't have the experience to deal with those things in the first place because they never dared to step into that unknown realm. So that's the problem. Everybody's really brave and everybody's really cool and really courageous, I guess, from the comfort of their seat. And that is the problem, because everyone can be brave when conditions are optimal, Everybody can be motivated when you're sitting at home, you're well rested, you've had your food, you have access to everything, you're in perfect condition. But very few people can still carry on with that mentality when everything's fucked up around you, right? And I'm talking really fucked up. You don't even have the very basics. Think of, you're trying to accomplish this big thing in your life, and guess what? Everything seems to be really fucked. You're in the middle of it, you have this mission, but you're now being tempted by giving up, by turning around. However, the reality of the situation is, what the fuck are you going to do? You can't just go back now. Can you quit, midway through like some big mission or quest or something like that? And then what? You think someone's going to teleport you back to base or something? This, unlike a video game, this is real life. There's no second chances here. So you better own it and just deal with it, man. They keep asking me the same questions over and over. How do you deal with that? Like when that happens, and I'm like, bro, you just do. You just do. When I think about it, I've posted this whole thing, the whole training routine on my YouTube. You can literally go there, check it out, see if you like it or not. But since you're not a doer, you're just a talker, you won't. Because you keep asking. People stand at the entrance of this great, what's the name? Like a dungeon, like a castle, I don't know, the unknown, all right? They stand at the gates of the unknown. And they keep asking every traveler passing by, willing to enter that area. They keep asking them those questions. Hey, how did you get here? And what are you going to do when you reach that point and when you get there? And what are you going to do? So what are you going to do? They're always about that. They're always about what are you going to do? And the travelers go like, I don't know, I'll do what I have to do. What does that mean? They need a precise answer with really, really strict details. And again, like I said, they want to know how much, how many, for how long. And if this happens, what do you do? And that happens, what do you do? And all you can tell them is, I don't know, I'll do what I have to do in that situation. I'll figure it out. And this is the same pattern I see every single time. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to control everything. And you got to learn how to be comfortable with that, because that's fucking impossible. You will never know everything. You will never probably achieve everything you set yourself to achieve in the first place, because you want big things. You want to achieve a lot of things all the time. What I'm saying here is that victory is but a succession of little defeats and little failures. Okay? So knowing that, why are you so bothered by a tiny little failure right now? It doesn't matter. If you know there's going to be thousands of those in order for you to get to the final thing and win, then why are you stuck in place thinking and overthinking and running in circles around one single problem? Fuck it, bro. Go to the next one, right? So they try to measure everything, keep everything under control. I want to know, so what's the size of the brick? Bro, just lay a fucking brick. And tomorrow wake up and come here again and lay another one. And then soon enough you'll have a wall. And then soon enough you'll have a fucking castle. Yeah, but I need to know exactly how many bricks I need. Bro, just wake up every fucking day. That's what I'm saying. They don't have this notion of discipline, of showing up every day. They're lacking all this stuff. And that is a symptom of a lack of doing, a lack of practice. They fucking love the theory, man. They love the theory so much, they become paralyzed by it. So they never start doing anything. And that's the fucking problem. That's why they're so unhappy, so dissatisfied or unsatisfied. That's why they're so fearful. They're really worried about the future and the things that haven't happened yet, to the point where it prevents them from making any progress whatsoever. And then they come ask you, and then they come ask me, and then they come ask someone else. They do everything but practice. Everything but take action. They keep asking. They ask other people. They don't ask themselves. And that is the main takeaway from this episode. That these people already know what they have to do. They know. They just know everything they have to do. The problem is, they don't do it. And then they doubt themselves, and they come ask you, and you tell them the same thing they already know, and they go back, and they figure out, oh, fuck, I actually already knew what he said, but there must be another way. There must be an easier way. So they keep looking for an easier way. The easy path never happens. And when they come across that harsh truth, they have this very rude wake-up call, you know? Except they never wake up. They keep hitting the snooze button, and they keep sleeping. And that's the problem. They want to stay in there. They want to stay comfortable. They want to achieve the hardest things from the comfort of their seat. And that's unfortunately not how reality works. That's natural law. We don't make those rules. It just happens that way. You're playing this game called the game of life, and you can't expect to win by bending the rules or something like that. You just play by the rules. You play by the rules, but eventually you find your own style. We're basically, you know what I said once? That we all speak the same language, but with like a different accent. And if you translate this into a beautiful metaphor for the way we operate in life, you'll find out that we are actually all kind of trying to achieve the same thing, which is to free our minds, to find clarity, to find answers. These people have to get the fuck after it. They have to stop doubting themselves. How do I stop doubting myself? Well, you just look into the mirror, look at yourself, face the truth, tell yourself the truth, don't lie, work very hard and mind your own business. And that's how you stop doubting yourself. I see a lot of, this is a very common trope in the art industry with the, what was the name? The imposter syndrome, right? So a lot of people feel like an imposter, like I don't deserve this, I'm not as good as people think I am. Well, that's a lack of objective observation, a lack of connection with yourself, like a lack of looking at yourself in the mirror and just acknowledging your evidence. Like, try gathering evidence, evidence for every single step you've taken and why you ended up here, right? Like, as objective as you can. Just see yourself for what you truly are. See the world for what it truly is. And I know that's hard because there's, reality is entirely a subjective experience. But sometimes you have to count on these things in order to defeat those demons, because we all have our own demons and we're all fighting our own demons all the time, no matter how successful or how much of a failure we are or we think we are. Poor people fight their own demons, rich people fight their own demons. Everybody, the champions, the losers, everybody has their own stuff to deal with. And when we're judging that, they don't deserve to be complaining because they're up there at the very top, When we're judging that, we're just judging ourselves, because we're ultimately just an alternative point of view through which the universe is observing itself. So there's no point in judging other people without knowing that we're actually judging ourselves. And this is something I usually come back to when I'm recording these things, because I realize that every time I'm making these videos and I'm talking like that to the camera, I realize I'm actually like, you imagine someone, right, you're talking to, and you think of someone, 2-3 people you have in mind, I'm sure of that. But I realize most of the time I'm talking to myself from the future or from the past, because I want to encourage my future self to be like this, to be like that, and I want to remind myself from the past of the way we were before and what we did, and that we should keep that in mind the next time and avoid doing that again, stuff like that. So when I'm speaking like this, when I'm talking like that, yeah, I keep in mind that I'm actually judging myself here. When I talk about someone in my family, when I talk about whoever, that guy is so-and-so. That's actually just me projecting an inner concern about myself, right? Like a really easy example I can think of right now is being on time. Like when we decide, okay, let's meet up at 8 at this place, then I better show up at that time and be a man of my word. Otherwise, my word is being devalued and it's worth nothing. And yeah, it's just pointless to keep begging people to trust me if I never earned that. So ultimately, you want to become someone who says, okay, we meet at 8 and you show up at 8. Not someone who's like, all right, we meet up at 8 and then it's 7:59 and you go like, oh, hey man, sorry, I can't make it. I'll be there like 15 minutes late. Like, bro, it's too late to kind of let me know of these things, because I'm already here. I fucking hate people who, they know we're meeting at 8 and they leave their home at like 8. It's hilarious to me. I can't believe I made it this far. Actually, I do. I can't believe it. Knowing who I've turned myself into, this was just a matter of time. And as you can see, everything has a beginning and an end. And where one thing ends, another thing begins. So yeah, it's an ongoing, constant cycle of never-ending adventures. And that's what I'm after. I'm after forging this mind powerful enough to transcend time and to transcend pain and suffering and everything I'm doing. So I'm on my way there, and I wanted to thank you guys for following me on this journey. So I hope to see you in the next episode. But until then, as always, let's keep learning, keep growing, keep improving, because it's who we are and it's what we do. Bye-bye, guys.